Welcome back to MindPub TV. I'm your host, Adam Schafer. Today, we're gonna get into the cable chest fly. So let's talk about the angles. So we can do from up above, we can do straight on, we can do below. And depending if you have a free motion type of machine or you have just regular cables at the gym, you should be able to do an attachment at any of these angles. Now, none of them are technically right or wrong. All it's going to do is change the emphasis on what part of the chest that we're putting emphasis on. So for example, if I have the cables all the way down to the bottom and I do a chest fly from this angle, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be coming from downward up. So if I'm coming from down up, it puts more emphasis on the upper part of the chest. If I take the cables all the way to the top, or from a higher angle, and I do my fly, I'm gonna come like a downward angle. Now, if I do this downward angle, I'm gonna put more emphasis on the bottom of your chest. And then of course, if we were to do it straight on, we're gonna target the whole chest. Now, it's impossible to isolate a part of the chest. So anyone that says that an exercise is for the bottom or for the top would be wrong. The entire chest is being worked all the time. Just by changing the angles, we put a little more emphasis on one area than the other. So what I recommend is that you vary it. So if you've been doing a cable fly from up above down for a long time, probably would be good to switch it from the opposite angle from down below coming up. So use all the different angles, they all will benefit you. Now, what's different about a cable fly than like a dumbbell fly is the constant tension. This is one of my favorite exercises, either one, to start off with or to finish my routine with, because I can get a really good squeeze and it keeps tension on my chest the entire time through the full range of motion. What I mean by that is when you're lying down and we're doing dumbbell flies, when we come to the top, gravity is no longer really putting any emphasis on the chest. When we're opened up, it is, because it's pulling straight down to the ground. But when we close with dumbbells, no longer is my chest working that much. Where when I have cables, because the tension's behind me, when I close the chest, my chest is actually working the most in that position. So it's kind of the opposite of a dumbbell chest fly. Now, let's talk about how I set my feet up. Again, this is in one of those areas that you're not right or wrong if you do a split stance or you keep both feet together. Now, I particularly like to teach my clients to get into a split stance. And the reason for that is when I'm coaching somebody, I normally take a PVC pipe and I come behind them and I want them to feel the PVC pipe being pressed against their butt, their mid-back, and then their head. And then I'll ask them to grab the cables and keep that position the entire time that they fly. Now, I'm doing this demonstration by myself, so I will show you guys. I'll try and keep that perfect alignment the entire time, but that's what we're trying to look for. And why that is a lot of people that do this fly, when they go to do a fly, they round their body forward. And obviously, if I had a PVC pipe against my back, I would lose those points of contact. So I want my core tight, good posture, standing up tall and straight. My weight's on that front foot. I'm in a split stance. I start with my hands out in front of me. So I'm looking straight forward. I got my good posture, weight's on that front foot. I got the head back. Everything's lined up with my spine. I slowly open up and I want about a 10-degree bend. Now, another common mistake that people make when doing the cable flies is they just let it come back and they open up like this. And what that does is it puts a lot of stress on the elbows. I want to keep the elbows turned up and over my wrist. I don't want the wrist to be above the elbows. I want the elbows above the wrist, and I want that 10-degree bend in the elbow the entire time, so I'm keeping tension. Then I come together, close, and squeeze my chest together. Now, you'll see a lot of people that will position their wrist. They'll either rotate it in, rotate it over, they're moving that around. If you're going to rotate the wrist, the proper way to do that is actually rotate over. And the reason why that is when we come in and we close together, if you actually internally rotate, the pectoralis major is primarily responsible for that movement, so you're actually squeezing the chest even more. What's the wrong way to do that is the rotating up with the pinkies. That does absolutely nothing but except for make you feel like you're squeezing your chest more because you're squeezing your arms together and you're squeezing your pecs together. But as far as the tension on the chest, you'll get way more tension if you actually rotate the hands over as you come into the fly. As far as breathing is concerned, you want it on the way out as you open up. That's when I'm going to be breathing in. Should take about 3 to 4 seconds on the negative. How far back do you want to go is going to be depending on how much range of motion you have in your shoulders. What you don't want, or how you know if you're doing it wrong, is when you come back into that position, if I feel stress in my shoulder. So as I open up, I can feel my chest being stretched out. And then there becomes a point where if I continue to open up, I start to feel my shoulders. Now, if I start to feel it in my shoulders and my back, I've opened up too far. I want to open up just enough to where I can feel that good stretch on the chest. And then I want to close and squeeze the chest together. Now, when I'm opening up is when I'm breathing in. When I close is when I'm going to exhale and breathe out. Listen, if you guys liked that video, it helped you out, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share the video. If you had any questions regarding the video, just leave in the comments below. We'll be coming back periodically and answering your guys' comments. Also, if you guys want more information regarding on how to build a chest, we actually have a free guide that we created for you. Just click the link below.